Okay, guys, I think we are recording. It looks like we are. Let me actually double check that real quick. Yep, we are recording. I am so sorry about all the technical difficulties I had tonight, and sorry about the change in time. I apologize profusely about that. But here we are. I wanted to jump on and just talk to you guys a little bit about closing techniques as we're heading towards the close, the first month of our Leaders Retreat contest. And we've got another week left in the month, so we have plenty of time. But we wanted to, or I wanted to get on here and just talk to you guys a little bit about different closing techniques and different ways that you guys can effectively move your folks throughout the process. Because a lot of us get stuck in those scenarios where we have people that are sitting on the fence, or we're unsure where they're at. Maybe we haven't uncovered everything with them, or they just haven't made the decision to move forward yet. And a lot of times it just comes down to just uncovering a little bit more information from them. And one of the easiest and best ways to do that, to figure out kind of where your potential stand and help them get off the fence and go ahead and sign up with you, is to actually go for the close. If you go for the close and you ask them to join or ask them to make the purchase from you, that is the quickest and easiest way to figure out exactly where they stand. Because if you ask them to go ahead and take action, to go ahead and sign up or join or purchase or whatever it is, they're going to give you a couple different things. There's three things that are going to happen. They're either going to ask for more information, which is a good thing. That means that that's where their hesitation was, and that's where they were needing to find some more information to make that their decision, right? Or they're going to give you an objection, and that's a whole nother different call. But if you get an objection, then you go ahead and block it, you handle it, you figure out where the hesitation is, maybe a misunderstanding, you walk through that objection with them. An objection simply means that they have thought about this and they just have a little bit of hesitation or a misunderstanding about something, but it means they are seriously considering it. No objection means they haven't even run through this in their head at all. Or the third alternative is they can say yes and you can get signed up, and or they can tell you, hey, it's not the right time. Whatever it is, you're going to figure out exactly where they're at with this process. So I want to walk through just some examples with you guys and some verbiage, and you guys might want to take screenshots of these as they come up, but some verbiage as to how to close these folks, okay? So the first one is the assumptive close. So the assumptive close is basically, this is the one that I actually use the most. So this is what I like to call a very bold closing technique. And what it means is it means that you're assuming that they're going to say yes, that you're assuming that they want what you are offering them. So a couple different examples. I have 4 examples up here with this that you guys can use. Is, so Sarah, you want to try the triplex, right? And simply leaving it at that and letting them fill that with silence. That works really, really well on the phone or in person with somebody. Like, hey, you want to try the triplex, right? And see what they say, right? If you are in Messenger, these other ones are much better, because in Messenger, that one's kind of awkward, right? But the next one is, let's get you started right now. I'm going to walk you through the steps online. Taking that control over the conversation and getting them started and talking through and walking through this process, and saying that you want to do it right then, is a really great way. That works well in person as well. It works well on Messenger, works well in voice chat, what have you. The next one is, okay, Amy, I'm excited for you. Let's get you signed up now. You're going to love our team and our products. So assuming that, yes, we want to do this right now. So a timing, creating a sense of urgency right that, and assuming that they want to get signed up and start right now. That's going to lead them to say yes or no, an objection, more information. You are assuming that they're going to do it right now. And the last one is, okay, Sarah, I'll go ahead and take down your information, set up your account for you so that your products will be here on Monday. Obviously, I had a typo right there, but you guys get the point. if you offer to take down their information, so they have to give you something right then and there, and then you're going to go sign up for them, and you set the timeline of like, hey, then you'll get your products on Monday, it gets them starting envisioning, okay, I'm going to start my products on Monday. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to get my results and all that kind of stuff. And they have no choice but to say yes or no to that, because you're asking them, you're not putting ball in their court to go sign up. You're asking them to give you the information for you to sign them up right then. So that's the assumptive close. The next one is the option close. And this is where you give them a couple different choices, but all the choices are essentially taking the next steps with you, right? So a good example of this one is, and I love this one, so did you want to go with 1 triplex order or 2 for both you and your husband? So it's kind of a choice plus an assumption all in one. You can do this with multiple different products. Would you like to purchase the triplex and X Factor or just the triplex? Would you like to sign up as a wholesale ambassador or just as a customer? You know, those types of choices. Another example is, I'm excited to get you started. Would you like to become a preferred customer or a personal use ambassador? Giving them those 2 buying options is also a great option close. And now the last one is, would you like me to walk you through sign up right now or set a time to walk through it later? You guys, this is my least favorite of these 3 closes, simply because if you are sitting down talking to somebody right then and right there, get them to sign up while you're talking to them. Don't set a future date for it or anything like that unless they have expressly told you, hey, I'm super busy right now. I'm you know, making dinner for my family. Let's set up the time tonight, you know, something like that. And you can tell that that's going on. But that's my least favorite of the options closed, just because you want to get everybody signed up right then when you're talking to them. Don't prolong the process. So the next one is the takeaway. And I actually kind of like this one a lot. I especially love this one. I'll get to that in a second, about subscriptions. This works so well for me. So the closing technique with the takeaway is basically, it kind of helps people. They want what they don't have, what they can't have. So if you're taking the opportunity back away from them, they're going to say, oh, no, but I do want it. I do want it. You know, I am ready to do this. So one of the options that I put up on here is, so I know we spoke about the triplex being the best recommendation for your results you are after, but I know budget's a concern for you, and I know you aren't ready for that type of commitment just yet. So let's get you just started on the slim until you're ready for that type of commitment, okay? So something along those lines, taking the triplex away from them, but instead offering in the slim in its place. That's going to give you a good gauge as to where they're at, because they might come back and say, you know what, let's just do the whole triplex. Or they might come back and say, you know what, yes, let's just start with the slim. And there you go. Then you've got a new customer, right? So the next one after that is, okay, I'm excited for you to get started. The best discount would be to sign as a personal use ambassador, but you can also just start out as a preferred customer to make sure you're completely comfortable with the products, okay? And so leaving it at that, giving them those options and taking away the ambassador route, but instead putting in the preferred customer route. Now here, so a lot of times, so what we hear is that many people get through the sign-up process and they have a question with the subscription setup. And that at that point, that is where I love to take the ambassador program away from them. I love to say something along the lines of, you know what, if you're not ready to commit for 90 days, I don't think the ambassador program is worth it for you right now. Let's go ahead and just sign you up as a preferred customer or as a retail customer instead. When you're ready to set up and when you fall in love with the products and you're ready to commit to your health and your results, at that point, we'll sign you up as an ambassador and you can take advantage of the discount then. Every single time, y'all, if I have got somebody that far in the process and I take that away from them, that is like, okay, she's serious. She's serious about the subscription process. She's serious about this process. She's serious about the 90 days. She's serious about getting new results. They go through and they do it. And it has worked so well for me to pull that ambassador program back from them. And y'all, the worst that can happen is instead of an ambassador signing up and never ordering again, you get a customer that's spending a little bit less per month because they're not probably going to end up doing the whole triplex and all that too, and you've got a new customer. But that's the best place. You don't want them wasting that $34.95 if they're not willing to set up their subscription. So I love the takeaway for that particular aspect of our business. This one is really, really similar to the assumptive close as well. It's the suggestion close. And this is for somebody that you have really good rapport with, somebody that you have a good relationship, that sort of thing. So basically the way it goes is, based on everything that we've talked about, I highly suggest you're giving them a suggestion based on what you guys have been talking about, that you start on the triplex and X Factor as a personal use ambassador. This fits your needs, your goals, and your budget. And I can take down your information and set it up for you right now. Does that work for you? So what you're doing here is more of a consultative approach, right? You're telling them, this is my recommendation. This is what I think you should do. Does that work for you? And that key verbiage at the end, does that work for you, is the way that this one works, right? You're giving them the suggestion and then asking for the decision at the end. Simply asking for the decision at the end is so, so, so helpful. And I see a couple different comments coming through. I can't see them right now when I'm on screen share, so I'll check it as soon as we get off, okay? Or as soon as I get off the screen share. The sense of urgency close. I adore this closing style when we have a special, or when we have an event coming up, or when there's something along those lines happening. But it's dangerous. It's a dangerous one, because if they say no, you might lose them until the next special, right? So if it's not the right timing for them, I would like to try and go through all the other close options before I use this close option, unless I am up against a hard and fast deadline, right? It's something big for me in my business, or something for them that is really a good deal, then I'll use this. Okay, I just wanted to preface this conversation with it, because it may seem like the easiest way to close somebody, but you really could set yourself up for failure if it's just not the right time for them right then, and it may prolong your time with them when they will sign up. Okay, so the first one I put up here, and you guys, these are just examples, make them your own. This is my wording, it's going to be different for everybody. But hey Amy, based on whoops, I don't know what just happened. Hold on, let me go back. There we go. Hey Amy, based on everything we've talked about, I know the triplex is going to be exactly what we're looking for. I have 2 coupon codes for half off sign up. They expire tomorrow. So if you'd like one, I'd like to know ASAP. Otherwise, I have someone else I'm going to give it to. So you're kind of taking it away from them, but you're getting them to tell you yes or no. Do you want one of these codes? If you do, I'm going to give it to you. But if you don't, I'm going to give it to somebody else. So I need to know right away. Or, hey Sarah, we have a half off sign up special going on right now, but it ends tomorrow, and I'd hate for you to miss out on the savings, so let's get you set up tonight. And then I would usually end that with a question. Is that okay for you? Can I take down your information? Something along those lines. And then the last one is, hey Amy, the order deadline for our 7-day challenge is tomorrow. So this is a good one to use for events, right? The order deadline for our 7-day challenge is tomorrow. I would hate for you to miss out on all the benefits of the group. So let's go ahead and get you signed up right now so your products can get here on time. That one is a little less dangerous than the others, because obviously it's not a special, it's just a group and that sort of thing. And it does offer a really good opportunity for them to come back and say, hey, you know what? I have a couple more questions before I commit to it, or what have you. Offering them up with the first 2 that I was talking about, with the discount or with a special, like I said, can prolong this opportunity or this sales cycle with them. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the share and look at the chat. Hold on. Okay, so it was just Nicole saying she's loving it. So do you guys have any questions about this? And I'm so sorry that I couldn't go live on the page with these. What I'm going to do so that you guys can get this verbiage and everything is to copy and paste it out of the PowerPoint so that you guys can have it on the 30-day group and you guys can use it. But if you guys have any questions about closing, like I said, you've got to make this your own. You've got to make it your own verbiage, but you have to be bold in going for it, because that bold asking them to make a decision is going to tell you more than anything else. So just simply asking them to make the purchase, asking them to make the choice about the two things. And sit back and think about the conversations that you've had with each of those people and make sure that they are ready for you to go in for the close. Like, make sure that you have explained to them the benefits of these products, answered as many questions as you can think of for them. Ask them lots and lots of questions so you're really clear on their goals, so that you know what you're selling to them fits in with what they actually want, right? We're not making assumptions that they just must want triplex or slim and accelerator. You know what they want because you've had those thorough conversations. And then that's when you go in for the close. And I do lots and lots and lots of trial closes with people. I go for the close all the time, and I ask them during my follow-ups all the time. Every single time I follow up with somebody, I'm asking them to make a decision. And so I think that's what I mean when I say bold closing, like going for the sale, going for the ask. Those bold wordings that we've just put up here, they're going to change your business if you haven't been using something along those lines. So definitely take those down. Let me know, like I said, if you're having any questions. And I apologize again about the technical difficulties tonight. So that's all I have for tonight. I will post this recording too up on the 30-day as well as the verbiage. All right, bye guys.